Here's another live stream of this channel. I will continue the Septuagint with Apocrypha right now. Alright. On Jeremiah's XXXII.37-XXXIII.16. On page 946. In the beginning of the reign of King Joachim, son of Joshua, there came this word from the Lord. Thus said the Lord, stand in the court of the Lord's house, and thou shalt declare to all the Jews and to all that come to worship in the house of the Lord all the words which I commanded thee to speak to them. Abate not one word. Peradventure they will hear and turn every one from his evil way. Then I will cease from the evils which I purpose to do to them, because of their evil practices. And thou shalt say, thus said the Lord, if ye will not hearken to me, to walk in my statutes, which I set before you, to hearken to the words of my servants, the prophets, whom I send to you, early in the morning, yea, I sent them, but ye hearken not to me. Then I will make this house a Selah, and I will make this city a curse to all the nations of all the earth. And the priests and the false prophets and all the people heard Jeremiah speaking these words in the house of the Lord. And it came to pass, when Jeremiah had ceased speaking all that the Lord had ordered him to speak to all the people, that the priests and the false prophets and all the people took him, saying, thou shalt surely die, because thou hast prophesied in the name of the Lord, saying, this house shall be as Selah, and the city shall be made quite destitute of inhabitants. And all the people assembled against Jeremiah in the house of the Lord. And the princes of Judah heard this word, and they went up out of the house of the king to the house of the Lord, and sat in the entrance of the new gate. Then the priest said, damn it, I can't fucking speak. Then the priests and the false, I try to say the entire time, then the priests, and by end of saying, I'm doing, but I can't speak jack shit, to be honest. I just do it again. And reread this one. Then the priest and the false prophet said to the princes and to all the people, the judgment of death is due to this man, because he has prophesied against the city, as ye have heard with your ears. Then Jeremiah spoke to the princes and to all the people, saying, the Lord sent me to prophesy against the house. Make sure it says right. The Lord sent me to prophesy against this house and against the city, all the words which ye have heard. And now amend your ways and your works, and hearken to the voice of the Lord. And the Lord shall cease from the evils which he has pronounced against you. And behold, I am in your hands. Do to me as is expedient, and as it is best for you. But know for a certainty that if ye slay me, ye bring innocent blood upon yourselves, and upon the city, and upon them that dwell in it. For in truth the Lord has sent me to you to speak in your ears all these words. Then the princes and all the people said to the priests and to the false prophets, judgment of death is not due to this man, for he has spoken to us in the name of the Lord our God. And there rose up men of the elders of the land, and said to all the assembly of the people, Micaiah the Morathite, which is right, Morathite, lived in the days of Ezekias, king of Judah, and said to all the people of Judah, thus saith the Lord, Zion shall be plowed as a field, and Jerusalem shall become a desolation, and the mountain of the house shall be a thicket of trees. Did Ezekias and all Judah in any way slay him? Was it not that they feared the Lord, and they made supplication before the Lord, and the Lord ceased from the evils which he had pronounced against them? Whereas we have wrought great evil against our own souls. And there was another man prophesying in the name of the Lord, Urias, the son of Samias of Kiriath-Jearim. And he prophesied concerning this land according to all the words of Jeremiah, and king of Joachim. Make sure it says right. And King Joachim and all the princes heard all his words, and sought to slay him. And Urias heard it, and went into Egypt. And the king sent men into Egypt, and they brought him thence, and brought him in to the king. And he smote him with the sword, and cast him into the sepulchre of the children of his people. Nevertheless, the hand of Ahikam, son of Shaphan, was with Jeremiah to prevent his being delivered into the hands of the people or being killed. Thus said the Lord, make to thyself bonds and yokes, and put them about thy neck, and thou shalt send them to the king of Idumea, and to the king of Moab, and to the king of the children of Ammon, and to the king of Tyre, and to the king of Sidon, by the hands of their messengers that come to meet them at Jerusalem, to Zedekiah king of Judah. And thou shalt commission them to say to their lords, thus said the Lord God of Israel, thus shall ye say to your lords, I have made the earth by my great power, and with my high arm, and I will give it to whomsoever it shall seem good in mine eyes. I gave the earth to Nebuchadnezzar, king of Babylon, to serve him, and the wild beasts of the field to labor for him, and the nation and kingdom, all that shall not put their neck under the yoke of the king of Babylon. With sword and famine will I visit them, saith the Lord, until they are consumed by his hand. And hearken ye not to your false prophets, nor to them that divine to you, nor to them that foretell events by dreams to you, nor to your auguries, nor your sorcerers, that say, ye shall by no means work for the king of Babylon. For they prophesy lies to you, to remove you far from your land. But the nation which shall put its neck under the yoke of the king of Babylon, and serve him, I will even leave it upon its land, and it shall serve him, and dwell in it. I spoke also to Zedekiah, king of Judah, according to all these words, saying, put your neck into the yoke, and serve the king of Babylon. For they prophesy unrighteous words to you. For I sent them not, saith the Lord. saith the Lord, and they prophesy in my name unjustly, that I might destroy you, and ye should perish, and your prophets, who unrighteously prophesy lies to you. I spoke to you and to all this people, and to the priest, saying, Thus said the Lord, hearken not to the words of the prophets that prophesied to you, saying, Behold, the vessels of the Lord's house shall return from Babylon. For they prophesied to you unrighteous words. I sent them not. If they are prophets, and if the word of the Lord is in them, let them meet me, for thus has the Lord said. And as for the remaining vessels, which the king of Babylon took not, when he carried Jeconiah prisoner out of Jerusalem, they shall go into Babylon, saith the Lord. And it came to pass in the 4th year of Zedekiah king of Judah, in the 5th month, that Ananias, the false prophet, the son of Azor, from Gabaon, that's spelled Gabaon, Gabaon, wherever the fuck it's pronounced, spoke to me in the house of the Lord, in the sight of the priests and all the people, saying, Thus saith the Lord, I have broken the yoke of the king of Babylon. Yet 2 full years, and I will return into this place the vessels of the house of the Lord, and Jeconiah, and the captivity of Judah. For I will break the yoke of the king of Babylon. Then Jeremiah spoke to Ananias in the sight of all the people, and in the sight of the priests that stood in the house of the Lord. And Jeremiah said, May the Lord indeed do thus. May he confirm thy word, which thou dost prophesy, to return the vessels of the house of the Lord, and all the captivity out of Babylon to this place. Nevertheless, hear ye the word of the Lord, which I speak in your ears, and in the ears of all the people. The prophets that were before me and before you of old also prophesied over much country and against great kingdoms concerning war, as for the prophet that has prophesied for peace. When the word has come to pass, they shall know the prophet whom the Lord has sent them in truth. Then Ananias took the yokes from the neck of Jeremiah in the sight of all the people, and broke them to pieces. And Ananias spoke in the presence of all the people, saying, Thus said the Lord, thus I will break the yoke of the king of Babylon from the necks of all the nations. And Jeremiah went his way. And the word of the Lord came unto Jeremiah, after that Ananias had broken the yokes off his neck, saying, Go and speak to Ananias, saying, Thus saith the Lord, Thou hast broken the yokes of wood, but I will make instead of them yokes of iron. For thus said the Lord, I have put a yoke of iron on the neck of all the nations, that they may serve the king of Babylon. And Jeremiah said to Ananias, The Lord has not sent thee, and thou hast caused this people to trust in unrighteousness. Therefore, thus said the Lord, Behold, I will cast thee off from the face of the earth. This year thou shalt die. So he died in the 7th month. And these are the words of the book which Jeremiah sent from Jerusalem to the elder of the captivity, and to the priests, and to the false prophets, even an epistle to Babylon, for the captivity, and to all the people. After the departure of Jeconias, the king and the queen, and the eunuchs, and every freeman and bondman, and artificer out of Jerusalem, by the hand of Elisan, son of Shaphan, and Gamalias, son of Josias, whom Zedekiah, king of Judah, sent to the king of Babylon, saying, Thus said the Lord God of Israel, concerning the captivity which I caused to be carried away from Jerusalem, build ye houses, and inhabit them, and plant gardens, and eat the fruits thereof. And take ye wives, and beget sons and daughters, and take wives for your sons, and give your daughters to husbands, and be multiplied, and be not diminished. And seek the peace of the land into which I have carried you captive, and ye shall pray to the Lord for the people, for in its peace ye shall have peace. For thus saith the Lord, Let not the false prophets that are among you persuade you, and let not your diviners persuade you, and hearken not to your dreams, which ye dream, for they prophesy to you unrighteous words in my name, and I sent them not. For thus said the Lord, when 70 years shall be on the point of being accomplished at Babylon, I will visit you, and will confirm my words to you, to bring back your people to this place. And I will devise for you a device of peace and not evil, to bestow upon you these good things. And do ye pray to me, and I will hearken to you. And do ye earnestly seek me, and ye shall find me. For ye shall seek me with your whole heart. And I will appear to you, whereas ye said, The Lord has appointed for us prophets in Babylon. Thus saith the Lord concerning Achab, And concerning Zedekias, behold, I will deliver them into the hands of the king of Babylon, and he shall smite them in your sight, and they shall make of them a curse in all the captivity of Judah in Babylon, saying, the Lord to do thee as he did to Zedekias, and as he did to Achab, whom the king of Babylon fried in the fire, because of the iniquity which they wrought in Israel, and because they committed adultery with the wives of their fellow citizens, and spoke a word in my name, which I did not command them to speak. And I am witness, saith the Lord. And to Samez the Elamite, thou shalt say, I sent thee not in my name, and make sure that's right, and to Sophonias, the priest, the son of Maaseiah, say thou, the Lord has made thee priest in the place of Jodai, the priest, to be ruler in the house of the Lord over every prophet and to every mankind. Oh, wait. I fucking misread shit. Alright, I had to reread this part. The Lord has made thee priest in the place of Jodai, the priest to be ruler in the house of the Lord over every prophet and to every madman. That's why I fucked up right here. It's supposed to say madman, but I am saying the word mankind without fully paying attention. That's my fault, that one. I'm simply a dipshit for not paying attention to what it says in the book. So ignore the mankind bullshit. As it says right here, madman. I had to reread this one again, just to be sure. I sent thee not in my name. And to Sophonias, the priest, the son of Maaseiah, say thou, the Lord has made thee priest in the place of Jodai, the priest to be ruler in the house of the Lord over every prophet and to every madman. That's what I'm trying to say third time. It was, and to every madman, and thou shalt put them in prison, and into the dungeon. And now wherefore have ye revealed? Ye vowed together Jeremiah's and I can't fucking speak jack shit without fucking. It's fucking annoying. And reread this part. And thou shalt put them in prison and into the dungeon. And now wherefore have ye revealed together Jeremiah's of Anathoth, who prophesied to you? Did he not send for this purpose? For in the course of this month he sent to you to Babylon, saying, it is far off, build ye houses, and inhabit them, and plant gardens, and eat the fruit of them. And Zephaniah read the book in the ears of Jeremiah. Then the word of the Lord came to Jeremiah, saying, Send to the captivity, saying, Thus saith the Lord, concerning Shemaiah the Elamite, since Shemaiah Shemaiah has prophesied to you, and I sent him not, and he has made you to trust in iniquity. Therefore thus saith the Lord, Behold, I will visit Shemaiah and his family, and there shall not be a man of them in the midst of you, to see the good which I will do to you. They shall not see it. Pages to go. All right. All right. The word that came to Jeremiah from the Lord, saying, Thus speaks the Lord God of Israel, saying, Write all the words which I have spoken to thee in a book. For behold, the days come, saith the Lord, when I will bring back the captivity of my people, Israel and Judah, said the Lord, and I will bring them back to the land which I gave to their fathers, and they shall be lords of it. Now, this meaning here on this the Septuagint with Apocrypha says right here, it says, write down in a book. And there are separate books written by different people in different timelines that interconnected with each other by the Lord, which later became the Bible. Which means each time when this Apocrypha is mentioned about writing down a book, those books are put together later on and became the Bible. Anyways, which I gave to their fathers, and they shall be lords of it. Anyways. And these are the words which the Lord spoken concerning Israel and Judah. Thus said the Lord, Ye shall hear a sound of fear. There is fear, and there is not peace. Inquire and see if a male has borne a child, and ask concerning the fear wherein they shall hold their loins, and look for safety. For I have seen every man, and his hands are on his loins. Their faces are turned to paleness. that day great, and there is not such another, and it is a time of straightness to Jacob. But he shall be saved out of it. In that day, said the Lord, I will break the yoke off their neck, and will burst their bonds, and they shall no longer serve strangers. But they shall serve the Lord their God, and I will raise up to them David their king. Thus saith the Lord, I have brought on thee destruction, thy stroke is painful. There is none to judge thy cause. Thou hast been painfully treated for healing. There is no help for thee. All thy friends have forgotten thee. They shall not ask about thee at all. For I have smitten thee with the stroke of an enemy, even severe correction. Thy sins have abounded above all thy iniquity. Therefore all that devour thee shall be eaten, and all thine enemies shall eat all their own flesh. Thy sins have abounded beyond the multitude of thy iniquities. Therefore they have done these things to thee. And they that spoil thee shall become a spoil, and I will give up to be plundered all that have plundered thee. For I will bring about thy healing. I will heal thee of thy grievous wound, saith the Lord. For thou art called dispersed. She is your prey, for no one seeks after her. Thus said the Lord, Behold, I will turn the captivity of Jacob, and will have pity upon his prisoners. And the city shall be built upon her hill, and the people shall settle after their manner. And there shall go forth from them singers, even the sound of men making merry. And I will multiply them, and they shall not at all be diminished. And their sons shall go in as before, and their testimonies shall be established before me. And I will visit them that afflict them, and their mighty ones shall be over them, and their prince shall proceed of themselves, and I will gather them, and they shall return to me. For who is this that has set his heart to return to me, saith the Lord? For the wrathful anger of the Lord has gone forth, even a whirlwind of anger has gone forth. It shall come upon the ungodly. The fierce anger of the Lord shall not return until he shall execute it, and until he shall establish the purpose of his heart. In the later days ye shall know these things. At that time, saith the Lord, I will be a God to the family of Israel, and they shall be to me a people. Thus saith the Lord, I found him warm in the wilderness with them that were slain with the sword. Go ye and destroy not Israel. Go ye and destroy not Israel. The Lord appeared to him from afar, saying, I have loved thee with an everlasting love. Therefore have I drawn thee in compassion, for I will build thee, and thou shalt be built, O Virgin of Israel. Thou shalt yet take thy timbrel, and go forth with the party of them that make merry. For ye have planted vineyards on the mountains of Samaria. Plant ye and praise. For it is a day when those that plead on the mountains of Ephraim shall call, saying, Arise ye, and go up to Zion, to the Lord your God. For thus saith the Lord to Jacob, Rejoice ye, and exult over the head of the nations. Make proclamation, and praise ye. Say, the Lord has delivered his people, the remnant of Israel. Behold, I will bring them from the north, and will gather them from the end of the earth to the feast of the Passover. And the people shall beget a great multitude, and they shall return hither. They went forth with weeping, and I will bring them back with consolation, causing them to lodge by the channels of waters in a straight way. And they shall not err in it. For I am become a father to Israel, and Ephraim is my best. Shit, I can't fucking speak. There's no word best in there. Shit. Alright, I had to reread this one since it's actually fucked up again. Damn it, I can't fucking stand my damn mouth saying one shit while my brain is reading the damn book. That's fucking annoying as shit. I have to reread now. For I am become a father to Israel, and Ephraim is my firstborn. Hear the words of the Lord, ye nations, and proclaim them to the islands afar off. Say, he that scattered Israel will also gather him, and keep him as one that feeds his flock. For the Lord has ransomed Jacob. He has rescued him out of the hand of them that were stronger than he. And they shall come and shall rejoice in the mount of Zion, and shall come to the good things of the Lord, even to a land of corn and wine and fruits and cattle and sheep. And their soul shall be as a fruitful tree, and they shall hunger no more. Then shall the virgins rejoice in the assembly of youth, and the old man shall rejoice, and I will and I will turn their mourning into joy, and will make them merry. I will expand and cheer with wine the soul of the priests, the sons of Levi. And my people shall be satisfied with my good things, thus saith the Lord. A voice was heard in Ramah, of lamentation and of weeping and wailing. Rachel would not cease weeping for her children, because they are not. Thus saith the Lord, let thy voice cease from weeping, and thine eyes from thy tears, for there is a reward for thy works, and they shall return from the land of thine enemies. There shall be an abiding home for thy children. I have heard the sound of Ephraim lamenting and saying, Thou hast chastened me, and I was chastened. I as a calf was not willingly taught. Turn thou me, and I shall turn. For thou art the Lord my God. For after my captivity I repented, and after I knew, I groaned for the day of shame, and shewed thee that I bore reproach from my youth. Ephraim is a beloved son, a pleasing child to me. For because my words are in him, I will surely remember him. Therefore I made haste to help him. I will surely have mercy upon him, saith the Lord. Prepare thyself, O Zion, execute vengeance. Look to thy ways, return, O Virgin of Israel. By the way by which thou wentest, return mourning to thy cities. How long, O disgraced daughter, wilt thou turn away? For the Lord has created safety for a new plantation. Men shall go about in safety. For thus saith the Lord, they shall yet speak this word in the land of Judah, and in the cities thereof, when I shall turn his captivity. Blessed be the Lord on his righteous holy mountain. And there shall be dwellers in the cities of Judah, and in all his land, together with the husbandman, and the shepherd shall go forth with the flock. For I have saturated every thirsting soul, and filled every hungry soul. Therefore I awaked and beheld, and my sleep was sweet to me. Therefore, behold, the days come, saith the Lord, when I will sow the house of Israel and the house of Judah with the seed of man and the seed of beast. And it shall come to pass that as I watched over them, to pull down and to afflict, so will I watch over them, to build and to plant, saith the Lord. In those days they shall certainly not say, the fathers ate our damn, I can't fucking speak. The fathers ate a sour grape, and the children's teeth were set on edge. But every one shall die in his own sin, and the teeth of him that eats the sour grape shall be set on edge. Behold, the days come, saith the Lord, when I will make a new covenant with the house of Israel and with the house of Judah, not according to the covenant which I made with their fathers in the day when I took hold of their hand to bring them out of the land of Egypt. For they abode not in my covenant, and I disregarded them, saith the Lord. For this is my covenant, which I will make with the house of Israel. After those days, saith the Lord, I will surely put my laws into their mind, and write them on their hearts, and I will be to them a God, and they shall be to me a people, and they shall not at all teach everyone his fellow citizen, and everyone his brother, saying, Know the Lord, for all shall know me, from the least of them to the greatest of them. For I will be merciful to their iniquities, and their sins I will remember no more. Though the sky should be raised to a greater height, saith the Lord, and though the ground of the earth should be sunk lower beneath, yet I will not cast off the family of Israel, saith the Lord, for all that they have done. Thus saith the Lord, who gives the sun for a light by day, the moon and the stars for a light by night, and makes a roaring in the sea, so that the waves thereof roar. The Lord Almighty is his name. If these ordinances cease from before me, saith the Lord, then shall the family of Israel cease to be a nation before me forever. Behold, the days come, saith the Lord, when the city shall be built to the Lord from a tower of Anameel to the gate of the corner, and the measurement of it shall proceed in front of them as far as the hills of Gareb, and it shall be compassed with a circular wall of choice stones, and all the Asemoth, even to Baal Kidron, as far as the corner of the horse gate eastward, shall be holiness to the Lord, and it shall not fail any more, and shall not be destroyed forever. The word that came from the Lord to Jeremiah in the 10th year of King Zedekiah. This is the 18th year of Nebuchadnezzar, king of Babylon. And the host of the king of Babylon had made a rampart against Jerusalem. And Jeremiah was kept in the court of the prison, which is in the king's house, in which King Zedekias had shut him up, saying, Wherefore dost thou prophesy, saying, Thus saith the Lord, Behold, I will give this city into the hands of the king of Babylon, and he shall take it. And Zedekias shall by no means be delivered out of the hand of the Chaldeans, for he shall certainly be given up into the hands of the king of Babylon, and his mouth shall speak to his mouth, and his eyes shall look upon his eyes, and Zedekias shall go into Babylon and dwell there. May have lost track. Shit. Alright. Okay, here it is. And the host of the king of Babylon had made a rampart against Jerusalem, and Jeremiah was kept in the court of the prison which is in the king's house, in which King Zedekias had shut him up, saying, Wherefore dost thou prophesy, saying, Thus saith the Lord, Behold, I will give the city into the hands of the king of Babylon, and he shall take it, and Zedekias shall by no means be delivered out of the hand of the Chaldeans, for he shall certainly be given up into the hands of king of Babylon, and his mouth shall speak to his mouth, and his eyes shall look upon his eyes, and Zedekias shall go into Babylon and dwell there. And the word of the Lord came to Jeremiah, saying, Behold, Hanamel, the son of Salom, thy father's brother, is coming to thee, saying, Buy thee my field that is in Anathoth, for thou hast the right to take it as a purchase. So Hanamel, the son of Salom, my father's brother, came to me into the court of the prison, and said, Buy thee my field that is in the land of Benjamin, in Anathoth, for thou hast a right to buy it, and thou art the elder. So I knew that it was the word of the Lord, and I bought the field of Hanamel, the son of my father's brother, and I weighed him 17 shekels of silver, and I wrote it in a book and sealed it, and took the testimony of witnesses, and weigh the money in the balance, and I took the book of the purchase that was sealed, and I gave it to Baruch, son of Neriah, son of Maaseiah, in the sight of Anamiel, my father's brother's son, and in the sight of the men that stood by and wrote in the book of the purchase, and in the sight of the Jews that were in the court of the prison. And I charged Baruch in their presence, saying, Thus saith the Lord Almighty, take this book of the purchase, and the book that has been read, and thou shalt put it into an earthen vessel, that it may remain many days. For thus saith the Lord, there shall yet be bought fields and houses and vineyards in this land. And I prayed to the Lord after I had given the book of the purchase to Baruch, the son of Neriah, saying, O ever-living Lord, thou hast made the heaven and the earth by the great power and with thy high and lofty arm. Nothing can be hidden from thee, granting mercy to thousands and recompensing the sins of the fathers into the bosom of their children after them. The great, the strong God, the Lord of great counsel and mighty in deeds, the great Almighty God and Lord of great name. Thine eyes are upon the ways of the children of men, to give to every one according to his way, who hast wrought signs and wonders in the land of Egypt, even to this day, and in Israel and among the inhabitants of the earth. And thou didst make for thyself a name as at this day. And thou didst bring out thy people Israel out of the land of Egypt with signs and with wonders, with a mighty hand, and with a high arm, and with great sights. And thou gavest them this land, which thou didst swear to give to their fathers, a land flowing with milk and honey. And they went in and took it, but they hearkened not to thy voice, and walked not in thine ordinances. They did none of these things which thou didst command them. And they caused all these calamities to happen to them. Behold, a multitude is come against the city to take it, and the city is given into the hands of the Chaldeans, that fight against it by the power of the sword and the famine. As thou hast spoken, so has it happened. And thou sayest to me, buy thee the field for money. And I wrote a book and sealed it,
and took the testimony of witnesses, and the city is given into the hands of the Chaldeans. And the word of the Lord came to me, saying, I am the Lord, the God of all flesh. Shall anything be hidden from me? Therefore, thus saith the Lord God of Israel, the city shall certainly be delivered into the hands of the king of Babylon, and he shall take it. And the Chaldeans shall come to war against the city, and they shall burn the city with fire, and shall burn down the houses wherein they burnt incense on the roofs thereof to Baal, and poured drink offerings to other gods, to provoke me. For the children of Israel and the children of Judah alone did evil in my sight from their youth. For this city was obnoxious to my anger and my wrath, from the day that they built it, even to this day, that I should remove it from my presence, because of all the wickedness of the children of Israel and Judah, which they wrought to provoke me. They and their kings, and their princes, and their priests, and their prophets, the men of Judah, and the dwellers in Jerusalem. And they turned the back to me, and not the face, whereas I taught them early in the morning. But they hearkened no more to receive instruction, and they set their pollutions in the house on which my name was called by their uncleanness. And they built to Baal the altars that are in the valley of the son of Enom, to offer their sons and their daughters to King Moloch, which things I commanded them not. Neither came it into my mind that they should do this abomination, to cause Judah to sin. And now thus has the Lord God of Israel said concerning the city, of which thou sayest, it shall be delivered into the hands of the king of Babylon, by the sword, and by famine, and banishment. Behold, I will gather them out of every land where I have scattered them in my anger, and my wrath, and my my wrath and great fury, and I will bring them back into this place, and will cause them to dwell safely. And they shall be to me a people, and I will be to them a God. And I will give them another way and another heart, to fear me continually, and that for good to them and their children after them. And I will make with them an everlasting covenant, which I will by no means turn away from them. And I will put my fear into their heart, that they may not depart from me. And I will visit them to do them good, and I will plant them in this land in faithfulness, and with all my heart, and with all my soul. For thus saith the Lord, as I have brought upon this people all these great evils, so I will bring upon them all the good things which I pronounced upon them. And there shall yet be fields bought in the land of which thou sayest, it shall be destituted of man and beast, and they are delivered into the hands of the Chaldeans, and they shall buy fields for money. And thou shalt write a book, and seal it, and shalt take the testimony of witnesses in the land of Benjamin, and round about Jerusalem, and in the cities of Judah, and in the cities of the mountain, and in the cities of the plain, and in the cities of the south, for I will turn their captivity. And the word of the Lord came to Jeremiah the second time, when he was yet bound in the court of the prison, saying, Thus saith the Lord, who made the earth and formed it, to establish it. The Lord is his name. Cry to me, and I will answer thee, and I will declare to thee great and mighty things which thou knowest not. For thus saith the Lord concerning the houses of the city, and concerning the houses of the king of Judah, which have been pulled down for mounds and fortifications, to fight against the Chaldeans, and to fill it with corpses of men, whom I smote in mine anger and my wrath, and turned away my face from them. For all their wickedness, behold, I will bring upon her healing and cure, and I will show myself to them, and will heal her, and make both peace and security. And I will turn the captivity of Judah and the captivity of Israel, and will build them even as before. And I will cleanse them from all their iniquities, whereby they have sinned against me, and will not remember their sins, whereby they have sinned against me, and revolted from me. And it shall be for joy and praise and for glory to all the people of the earth, who shall hear all the good that I would do, and they shall fear and be provoked for all the good things, and for all the peace which I will bring upon them. Thus saith the Lord, there shall yet be heard in this place, of which ye say it is destituted of men and cattle, in the cities of Judah, and in the streets of Jerusalem, the places that have been made desolate for want of men and cattle, the voice of gladness and the voice of joy, the voice of the bridegroom and the voice of the bride, the voice of men saying, Give thanks to the Lord Almighty, for the Lord is good, for his mercy endures forever. And they shall bring gifts into the house of the Lord, for I will turn all the captivity of that land as before, said the Lord. Thus saith the Lord of hosts, there shall yet be in this place that is desert for want of man and beast, in all the cities thereof resting places for shepherds, causing their flocks to lie down, in the cities of the hill country, and in the cities of the valley, and in the cities of the south, and in the land of Benjamin, and in the cities round about Jerusalem, and in the cities of Judah flocks shall yet pass under the hand of him that numbers them, saith the Lord. The word that came to Jeremiah from the Lord. Now Nebuchadnezzar, king of Babylon, and all his army, and all the country of his dominion, were warring against Jerusalem and against all the cities of Judah, saying, Thus has the Lord said, Go to Zedekiah, king of Judah, and thou shalt say to him, Thus has the Lord said, This city shall certainly be delivered into the hands of the king of Babylon, and he shall take it, and shall burn it with fire, and thou shalt not escape out of his hand, but shalt certainly be taken, and shalt be given into his hands, and thine eyes shall see his eyes. And thou shalt enter into Babylon. But hear the word of the Lord, O Zedekiah, king of Judah. Thus saith the Lord, Thou shalt die in peace. And as they wept for thy fathers that reigned before thee, they shall weep also for thee, saying, Ah, Lord, and they shall lament for thee down to the grave. For I have spoken the word, said the Lord. And Jeremiah spoke to King Zedekiah all these words in Jerusalem. And the host of the king of Babylon warred against Jerusalem, and against the cities of Judah, and against Lachish, and against Hezekiah. For these strong cities were left among the cities of Judah. The word that came from the Lord to Jeremiah after King Zedekiah after King Zedekiah had concluded a covenant with the people to proclaim a release, that everyone should set a liberty his servant, and everyone his handmaid, the Hebrew man and Hebrew woman, that no man of Judah should be a bondman. Then all the nobles and all the people who had entered into the covenant, engaging to set free every one his manservant and every one his maid, turned and gave them over to be manservants and maidservants. And the word of the Lord came to Jeremiah, saying, Thus saith the Lord, I made a covenant with your fathers in the day wherein I took them out of the land of Egypt, out of the house of bondage, saying, When 6 years are accomplished, thou shalt set free thy brother, the Hebrew, who shall be sold to thee. For he shall serve thee 6 years, and then thou shalt let him go free. But they hearkened not to me, and inclined not their ear. And this day they turned to do that which was right in my sight, to proclaim every one the release of his neighbor. And they had concluded a covenant before me in the house wherein my name is called. But ye turn and profane my name, to bring back every one his servant, and every one his handmaid, whom ye had sent forth free, and at their own disposal, to be to you men servants and maid servants. Therefore, thus said the Lord, ye have not hearkened to me, to proclaim a release every one to his neighbor. Behold, I proclaim a release to you, to the sword and to the pestilence and to the famine. And I will give you up to dispersion among all the kingdoms of the earth. And I will give the men that have transgressed my covenant, who have not kept my covenant, which they made before me, the calf which they prepared to sacrifice with it. The princes of Judah, and the men in power, and the priests, and the people, I will even give them to their enemies, and their carcasses shall be food for the birds of the sky, and for the wild beasts of the earth. And I will give Zedekiah king of Judah and their princes into the hands of their enemies, and the host of the king of Babylon shall come upon them that run away from them. Behold, I will give command, saith the Lord, and will bring them back to this land, and they shall fight against it, and take it, and burn it with fire, and the cities of Judah, and I will make them desolate without inhabitants. Left. I'm gonna save I'm gonna stop this right here. On Jeremiah's XLI.6-XLII.2. on 957. And I will continue reading it, which says, the word that came to Jeremiah from the Lord in the days of Joachim, king of Judah, saying, go to the house of the Archibald, and thou shalt bring them to the house of the Lord, into one of the courts, and give them wine to drink. That I'll be reading right there before the next page on the next stream. ministry. Subscribe, turn on notifications, all that shit, blah blah blah, later.